Yo, what's everyone? How you doing? Welcome back to Mindscapes. And this is Switchcash from PsynOpticz Records. And today we're having TWiGGER from Italy in the studio. Super stoked to have you here, man.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be back in South Africa for another time. Yes.
Oh, man, dude. And you went to Modern Festival this weekend. How was that?
I was in Modern. Was amazing location. The stage was crazy. Also, the music was so amazing. I loved it.
Epic.
It was crazy. Yeah. So good.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
sorry I couldn't be there, man. Would have been good to party with you.
Yeah. Sure. It was amazing. Yeah.
Awesome, man. And so what actually... what went through your mind to just hop on a plane and come to SA for a little quick holiday? Just wanted to come.
Because I spoke with some friends and they said to me about Modern Festival. We was to Modern Festival, the regional one in Croatia this summer, and a couple of my friends say to me, "Oh, we can go to Cape Town. There's a Modern Festival." I say, "Okay, we can go." And I was already in South Africa, so I know a lot of people here. So it was a good point to to seeing people and friends, and also enjoy the party to see how could be a modem in South Africa.
Yeah.
So and also in Italy there's winter, so it's better following the summer vibes.
We're actually lucky with the good weather. Yesterday it was raining.
Yeah,
today's cooking hot.
Fortunately, I had just one day raining, but it was so good.
That's good. Awesome, man. Awesome, bro. And man, but it's good to have you in the studio and to have you here and talking about your music. And pretty much it's the beginning of 2024. So what do you have in for us for this year?
As you know, I'm started to working in the beginning of the 2024 on my new album. I don't know, we can speak about maybe about the title of the album or something, but I can just say that will be an amazing album doing with a lot of Italians, good psy-trance producers and also high-tech producers.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm working on that. Yeah, we can say it. We can spoil a little bit.
Oh, keep it as a surprise. You gave a little hint there. So
I can just say to you that will be an interesting album with good Italian producers. That would be Night Forest producers, high-tech producers. Will be like my last album, roller coaster.
Very versatile.
Album, with different kind of vibes. Something more slower, something more faster.
Yeah, you got musical, you've got funky, you've got the harder driving stuff.
Really interesting things.
The typical TWiGGER style.
But this will be, I think, will be very nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to do that. I'm still working on that, but
awesome,
will be good. I'm sure.
Looking forward to that. Bro. Yeah. Anyone in particular, one collab you want to release to?
I can say that I'm working on a track with Slide Loom.
Okay, awesome.
We have to see if Slide or Loom, because it's the same person. So let's see
which style. Works
probably Slide. But we're working on something with him, and but there will be 3 or 4 tracks do it by myself also.
Awesome.
That I'm working on, really, really interesting. And also that I want to bring on the album some really Italian stuffs, proper Italian stuff that maybe not all the people can understand, but I will explain on the album what I'm talking about. To show to all the people, maybe also some stories from Italy, something about about stories of Italian culture.
Okay.
That is, bring it on the psy-trance music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
It'll be so interesting. Yes.
Sure, I'm sure everyone else is looking forward to that too.
Yes.
And just so you know, it's in the background here as well. This was TWiGGER's first debut album that he did, Roller Coaster. Check it out. Obviously on our Bandcamp, all the portals, blah, blah,
blah. Sure. All digital stores.
Everywhere you want to go, it's there.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, it was a roller coaster for sure.
Yeah, it was like a roller coaster. Starting really with a slower track, as lower ambient tracks. It's like a trippy track, and there's also some faster track with the Alien Chaos. A lot of people say to me, "Oh, this is awesome, this really crazy album. So yeah, it's good. I'm happy on how it's working, the album. So there was a good response on that, you know.
No, it definitely
It was good.
Definitely, yeah.
And yeah, I'm so happy about
Alien Chaos is definitely making much faster music now.
Yeah, sure.
Back then, eh?
Yeah, Alien Chaos is like high tech, like 118, 119, 200. But he said to me, okay, we can find something in the between, because I don't want it to do a proper high tech or just high tech, you know. And it's like 165, if I remember right. Yeah. But it's good because there's some Alien Chaos vibes and also TWiGGER vibes, you know. Something is a little bit slower, but with some high tech stuff, and so good. And in fact, sounds really faster. All the people say to me, oh, it's 165 because it sounds really faster, like 170, 180. But no, it's like 165.
No, it's a fucking good track, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Beep.
Let's go.
And just like to give the followers like some understanding of your style of production and like how you came to writing where you are, like your influence and your sound is not like anyone else's, you know, like I don't hear anyone else making this distinct sound, you know.
Yeah.
So like what triggered you, or how did you find, I know that you play around a lot with like influences from many different genres and remix like interesting stuff. So like, how did you find or be inspired?
So in the beginning, I grew up with my mom's listening and show to me and my brother, was kids, some dark new wave European kind of vibes, like Depeche Mode, or really new wave styles that are really, really dark styles. And my father was used to listen some rocks, metals, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, and stuff like that. So this is the reason why I have this powerful kind of things on my sounds. And you know, because I grew up with these two kinds of music. And after that, in my early, I was 14, I started to listen to hardcore and stuff like that. And after some tech house music like that, and techno music. But to be honest, I listen a lot of kind of music. Like at the moment, I'm listening a lot of traps and raps. This is the reason why I bring there in my tracks this kind of vibes, you know. And as you say, I'm doing a lot of remixes, because every time I listen a track, I directly think on how can work with a kick and bass or psy-trance sounds. First, because I like it, and second, because I think that the people, maybe younger people that can come to the dance floor, like 20, 22, maybe listen to a track and say, oh, what the fuck, what is this track? And maybe it's a track from 18s, you know, something like that. And I love to bring these kind of vibes, as I said in the beginning, because I like it, and also because I want to bring a new sounds on this kind of music with psy-trance. Because like my remixes, I call it psy-trance, but it's not maybe proper psy-trance. There's some sounds of psy-trance music, but there's some kick and bass similar to psy-trance, but also like minimal. So I don't know. You say, you know, I know.
Yeah, you have a lot of different influences.
Yeah. And this is because maybe I listen a lot of music, and I like different type of music. And I'm not stuck at just in one genre or one type of music. This is the reason, probably.
Yeah. It's actually nice, man, because when you watch your set at Rebirth Festival as well, it's like you can also take a dancer from one point to another. You know, it's not like one story the whole way. You actually create a full-on storyline, and you have like different vibes to push the dancer through.
This is in the beginning of my career of production, I was like stuck in that things, because I was like, I'm not able, or I'm not good enough to do a proper psy-trance kind of trip. Like all the people, every time I listen to psy-trance producer, I listen all the sets, and I think it's like a trip. And I'm not doing like that. My performance is like more like a live band concert. It's like track, another track, and another track, but really changing.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, it was like a problem for me, because I was like, I want to do a proper psy-trance stops. But I started to see the people enjoying that and saying, after maybe playing, people come to me and say, oh, yes, dude, this is really strange. I never hear something like that, Maybe you can hear a hardcore track, a high-tech track that you don't expect that,
Yeah.
You're at the dance floor and say, oh, okay, what's happening now?
Just like, where did that come from?
Yeah. And I started to like that point about me, and I thought about like, okay, I'm just Alessandro, I'm TWiGGER, and this is your music that you do.
Yeah.
So going through that, and I'm still doing that because it's good. It's good for me. It's good for the people.
Yeah.
So it's
I suppose like when you say that trance state, like with a lot of producers are making is that constant rolling and getting that trance state and you're breaking that up and giving it the funk, giving it the dark, giving it the high tech, giving this, which is awesome because like sometimes I do feel you get on the dance floor and that trance state is great because I love that, but when suddenly it does just break into something else and you're like, what? That actually like renews the energy. It changes a shift on the dance floor.
Yeah, I saw that a lot of producers also do that, and it's good, but because they stay in the psy-trance kind of mood, and they do these kind of things just in the breaks, just maybe for 10 seconds or something like that. And I wanted to bring more, like, okay, let's do, I don't know. I follow the flow, bro, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like that.
And when you're writing a remix of like an 80s track or whatever, and you say you're finding the flow, are you like writing loops and like constructing the track, or you literally just like writing it as it goes and just like seeing where
I listen to track, I listen to track and I think, okay, could be cool to be like a remixes. And when I listen to track, I build the track on my mind. Like, okay, we can do like that. Okay, now we can change it. Now the vocals, we can switch to like a pitching or something like that. And I put the bass. Like now there's AI, so it's so cool. You can split the track, like drums, vocals, and stuff.
It automatically splits everything for you.
Yeah. I split everything.
And is it pretty clean, all the
it's so clean now at the moment. Like 1 year, 2 years ago, wasn't so cool. But now there's some AI that fucking do a really proper works. Like it's really cool. Like it's like a different stems. Yeah. It's like the producers give it to you. So some's good. Some of that is good. Some other is a little less good. But anyway, you can do a good work. And I take the stems and I take off the percussion usually. And I leave just vocals and sometimes also the instrument, or I don't know if there's something interesting. And I build like kick, bass, drums, and I do all the build-ups, drops, and stops. There's some people that say to me, you don't have to do that. Maybe you have to using less of the track and using just some samples. And but I like it. I don't know. I like it maybe listening the vocals of a track from 17. Yeah, I like it. And they do that. I change it, obviously, the arrangement and stops. Another thing that I'm stopped to do is I'm stopped to do like 8-minute tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bored about that. And I think in 2024...
long tracks.
Not all the people have times to listen... I don't know, your 8 or 10-minute tracks, man.
Just if you look at, I was laughing about this the other day, but you look at insights on Instagram and YouTube, and it's like 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute, and it's like, but so people aren't even like listening to or watching more than 15, 30, 1 minutes, like. It's like people are not wanting, the attention span is not sitting and like absorbing longer than a specific time.
I don't want to follow that things because I think that long content. I don't like a TikTok or stuff. Like 15 seconds content. I still like
you
YouTube,
can watch and like actually absorb it, and like there's something behind it, not just some random.
Yeah, but you can understand that there's a sea between 4 minutes and 10 minutes.
But now when you're writing something that, like, for instance, when I find a track on a dance floor and you're really enjoying it, you don't actually feel that 8 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Compared to when you're listening to it at home or in a car, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm done with that track. Like, okay, let's go to the next one. Because if you're not in that space of like what ecstasy, you know, lost in the emotions,
sure.
You know,
people maybe the dance floor doesn't feel that, but every time also if you have a course to how to producing music, every time people talking about storytelling on the tracks. So if you're talking about storytelling, you have to do a storytelling of 10 minutes of a track.
Yeah.
And think in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, you're done with a story. No, how much or maybe, you can do, maybe I do a track 8 minutes because there's a flow, there's a long kind of thing that's going with the flow. And it's okay, you can do it, absolutely. But in my opinion, when you do 5 minutes track, you're okay, it's good. Yeah. And also, I'm like,
then you just write the intro and outro and you just break the components down so it starts with nothing and gets to something.
yeah.
Like DJ friendly tracks, you know, like kick, percussion, hi-hats.
This is,
snare. Like, okay, now we're coding somewhere.
Okay, it's like that. But also, I'm not a real producer, that really DJ friendly, I think. Also because I have
but you're also writing for where you are, you know, like I think if a DJ wants to mix your stuff, like for me as a DJ, I skip a lot. Like I will maybe use 3-4 minutes sometimes per track, you know, into like a highlighted part of the track and mix out before any of that intro and outro happens, you know, to bring in like energy with energy, you know. So maybe, I don't know, like I was actually saying this to Priest in the interview as well, like these intros and outros, who are they for? Is it for the producer, like telling his storyline and like where his track is coming from and where it's going? Or is it for a listener that's sitting in a car that doesn't want to be like slammed straight into like high energy?
Yeah, sure.
And wants the build up and breakdown? Like what is your opinion on that? Because like I struggle with that because I'm always like when I get in the car, I'm like, 2 minutes, come in, let's go. I want to get to the part that actually is going.
I don't know. As I said to you, my tracks more or less are like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. So there's no long intros, but there's every time some kind of intros. Or depend. There's also, I never do a track like that kicking in like directly, but there's some track that maybe have just 6-8 bars and starting. Depend on that. Also, I don't know. I know I'm not thinking when, you know, this advice to all the producers or artists that can listen that, my opinion, just my opinion. But you have to focus on your expression about the music, or maybe you have to take advice and stuff from other producers, big producers, other people. But you have to do yourself. You have to express yourself and enjoy that. Doesn't maybe think about, I have to do a track. I want to do this kind of start. No, okay, but maybe the DJs cannot buy my tracks. Oh, they have to do that now. Just do your stuff. And
could also depend on like what your end goal is as a producer. If you're writing what's coming out of your heart and where you want to go, or you're writing for specific reason to access a dance floor space or a festival parts, and like you're writing music to just hit a dance on a specific way, or just writing what's coming out of your mind, like creating something that you're not sure what that end line is until the product is made, kind of thing.
I don't know, depend. Usually, as I said to you, I follow the flow or what I have in my mind. Also because this kind of thing, an artist can understand that because you can be stuck for a long time about that. Maybe there's some people, I was stuck at like 1 year and a half, and stuck in a bass line, like how to do a bass line perfect. No, it's in phase, it's not in phase. Now depend, I'm not working on, I don't have specific kind of works. I follow most of the time what my mind says.
So when you're writing your midis, or like not even your midis, if you're writing a melody, for instance, like what I used to get stuck in when I was writing is I would sit and write stuff down on the paper, like what's coming out my head, write the notation down, and then go and sit and
like writing notes.
Writing notes, okay. And then go and sit and put it down. But as soon as I press that loop and I loop it over and over, that concept would change because you're losing the original idea because you're hearing the thing over and over and you're like, okay, no. And then your original idea just becomes something else, you know? Which I found frustrating sometimes because I was like, I have an idea, but then the loop kills it.
You stay stuck in the 8 bars loops. This is the reason why maybe I'm working on a track, and when I started feeling it, I don't like it. So I close the project, open a new one or another one, working on another one, maybe opening in the next week. And when you open, you say, whoa, this is nice, huh? I'm working. Sometimes I already closed a track. Maybe I'm stuck in the mix, stuck in stops. And maybe listening to the track 1 month later and say, okay, this track is done. We can release it. Something like that. Awesome. Because I feel, and this is the reason why I've stopped working like in the bars, in 8 bars loops. You know, I do like the same macro things like intro, like 17 bars. And I do, going through the full, obviously just kick and bass and percussion. Breaks. And after the second part, like that. And I'm working like recording. I play the track and recording stuffs. Listen all the track, recording another sound, another line, and recording another line. And after that, I edit all the stuffs. Because if I stay stuck in 8 bars loops, you can stay there for months, like listening the same loops. You know, it's like a memes, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's like that, really, and it's really frustrating. So this is the reason why I started to do that, like recording. I have Ableton Push, and I use playing, recording, and stuff like that.
I was actually just about to say, because how I actually finished a few of my tracks was in Ableton in the tab view where I made loops. And then I used this controller and I would trigger parts and then filter it and do that and then trigger each component to build the track live rather than like sitting and looping and copy pasting and this and that. Where I actually got, I don't know, maybe it's just because I come from I studied music, did piano, percussion.
Yeah, sure.
And you're playing how you're feeling. You're not like writing in a loop, you know? I found that much more exhilarating as well because you actually you got into it, you know. It's like you're vibing and playing. Feeling the moment, you know.
And but also it's like you say copy and paste. Also copy and paste was a thing that one of my mentors said to me, and I was stuck in the first part of the track and I was like, I don't know how to go through the second part. And he said to me, okay, let's just do that. Copy and paste and maybe take off some things. And it was so good. But changing, you know, but not staying in the same loops. Yeah. So sometimes it's good, but I like it to vibing on the tracks and see what's happening. Also because I think psy-trance, maybe not all the people want to say that, but it's true. Most of the psy-trance coming from random noises, because I like it also to, you know, it's a part of psychedelic music and engineering sounds, staying maybe on a synth or on serum or something else and jamming with new sound and trying different things, and after that take up these things, you know, these sounds and put in on the track. So
not necessarily like writing an idea out.
Yeah, you can vibe.
It's
just
like, for
vibing
instance, using glitch. I remember that old VST glitch, you know.
Yeah.
Glitching out a section, bouncing it down, splicing it, and then rearranging those. Suppose it is arranging. You're splicing it up and arranging it in the pattern that you see.
Also, there's a part maybe playing a piano or something like that. Absolutely, but the typical sounds of psy-trance is like really crazy stuff. So, you know, a lot of sounds that cannot maybe coming without random things. And this is a good point of that.
And I always look at psy-trance projects and it's like 100 channels, maybe more.
Yeah. That is a thing.
Then you look at techno guys and they keep it really simple and clean, you know, and not so many channels. But
I'm not going more than 60 or 70 channels, to be honest, because there's people that have maybe 200 channels. I think that they're a bit crazy about cleaning and stuff, or maybe there's one sound like that and have a channel with a big chain of effects. Okay, it works, but maybe working on the when you're cooking the sounds, maybe working before that, working later. But all the people have different kind of production skills.
Yeah.
So, and everything is good. This is just mine.
Yeah. And it works, man.
Yep.
It rocks the dance hall.
Oh, yeah.
And talking about dances, man, you're doing Psychedelic in Italy. Tell us a little bit about that project and what you guys are doing.
We opened 1 year ago, or more than 1 year ago. Yeah. Or less, no, 1 year. And we started a project with Pekuts from Cosmic Shake. That is a duo, an Italian duo that we have a track together on my last album. And we are closer friends, and we decided to open a new crew doing parties, night parties in the north of Italy, Milan, because we wanted to change a little bit the scene in Milan, because it was not boring, but just the same artist with the same kind of music. So we decided to bring something new, and we are 8 people working together. Now we open new stage. I send you maybe the picture, you can show you and edit and show it to the guys here.
Cool.
That is so interesting. Maybe, who knows, maybe someone also from South Africa or from somewhere into the world want to come enjoy our parties. So we're working so good. We're bringing some good artists. We have a good crew about DJs and producers. We're working so good. We're so happy about that. We do a new stage right now. I project the stage with good mappings, and we build it together to the parties. It's so good. We are doing some good stuff. Also, good connection with other crews in Italy, so we are working well.
And how do you find the scene in Italy with regards to the response, the amount of people that want to attend these parties? The understanding of the music.
Yeah, they're so happy. Also, you know what? We're bringing some new kind of people that maybe doesn't know about psy-trance, and maybe they come first time to our party and join the party, and maybe still wanted to come. Some people are really, really excited, We reach every time a lot of comments on the social media. People say, "Oh, amazing night," and people sharing pictures, sharing videos. Yeah, we're working so good. We're so happy about that.
Awesome.
And also, we have all the money we take, we reinvest on that, on the party. So
that's good, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, then you'll see good growth,
Yeah.
Lots of people reinvesting in growing new stages, new ideas, new concepts.
Yeah. And the response of the people is so good. People
and
are
the
so
name Psychedelic?
Psychedelic was, we had a brainstorming, I remember. We were talking about, there was different kind of names about that, and that was I've not choose that one, but I proposed that one. I say that name because it was like, it's like a spaghetti, but spaghetti, was so Italian. Maybe thinking maybe go out from Italy and look, and also the logos is like that with the spaghetti come here, with the spaghetti down here. And it's so good. So it's like funny, but interesting also. It's so good. Yeah. So we had a brainstorming and do that. Awesome, just do that.
Yeah. Okay, well, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So where can people find you with Psychedelic, like online? And how many parties are you doing? Are you doing it every month, every 2 months?
We started doing party like last year. 1 year ago. We started with outside party because it was summer. It was an amazing location near to the little lake, like a dam. And after that, we find another local near to Milan. At least we do one party every month.
Awesome.
Yeah, we are looking for every time for good.
It's nice because then it comes consistent. People are like, I'm looking forward next month. I guess it's happening.
Yeah, because if you do every week, maybe it could be okay. Yeah, interesting, but I don't know. It's the same every. Could be boring. Not boring, but it's like more exclusive, like one in a month.
That's a lot of work every week. I used to do it every week.
Yeah. Also, it's a lot of work.
Proper rigs.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, there's also other crew that doing party. Now we have a group on WhatsApp, and there's all the crews of the north of Italy. So we coordinate each other to don't give.
Ah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, to give the possibility to all the people go, because it's stupid. Psy-trance scene is not so big in Italy, so it's like stealing people from other parties. So it's not so good also for the scene, because
everyone's going to lose out then.
Yeah,
it's like you're going to get a little bit, you're going to get a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone could have gone to the same one, supporting and grow.
Yeah.
It used to be like that here as well. And then the scene grew here, and then things changed,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's a good way, and it shows respect between the promoters and the industry, and actually like what psy-trance is about.
Yeah,
so it's
and
nice
also
to see that.
Yeah, no. Now there's the next month there's a party with like all the crews from north of Italy doing a big party in Torino, and they coordinate. There's like four or five crews doing a big party with big names. So it's good. It's good at that. And you can find everything on our Psychedelic crew Milano, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, because we started to do live streaming on Twitch, and after we placed the live streaming recorded on YouTube also.
Are you still doing that as well?
Yeah, just sometimes, because I don't know, we was talking about that because someone was interested, was say, okay, we can do it. The people can see on Twitch people on the dance floor and people and the DJ playing. But another point is like maybe not so good showing all dance floor. The people can want to stay, can just vibing without have a camera on that, So we are thinking about maybe doing just to the DJs, like recording just the DJs and the live sets, so the people. And we have also SoundCloud.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
You can find everywhere more or less. Yeah.
It's actually nice. You should record the parties and then say no phones allowed.
Yeah.
People like, because if you noticed that I saw it was it Armin van Buuren or one of the big EDM producers, and he was like, you notice what happens in a dance floor now. Everyone just stands with their phone and records what's happening, and then not actually being in the moment and enjoying.
Yeah.
And like I, for instance, I watch a lot of golf, and I see the same in golf. They're just filming, and I'm like, I'm watching it now on Instagram by the professional cameraman that filmed the event, which happens at all these things. And you can go and capture those moments. Just be in that moment, and like, I don't know, if you live once, enjoy it. And like, if you capture that moment, there's 1,000 other people capturing it. You can,
or maybe, what, I do also the same. Like, I was at Modem and I took like some videos about some stuffs, but maybe you're going to listen good artists. You cannot say like that with a phone into the intro.
Yeah.
Fuck, enjoy the intro. And there's, as you say, there's a professional cameraman that is doing that. You can see later. It's just, I think, just to doing a stories on Instagram to be, yes, I'm cool.
Because I was actually laughing about this as well. It's like, I have a lot of content on my phone that I've been filming throughout the years. How many times do you go back and watch all of that?
Yeah.
You can't. You'd be like watching your whole life away,
Yeah, sure.
So I'm like actually thinking about now how to approach this in my own capacity, because like every time you go out, it's like, wait, I got to show people that I'm here, or show people that I'm here, but instead of just being in the here,
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, anyways.
That's a good point.
And then just talking about the live streams and that, obviously you started a while ago doing your live streams on Twitch, showing sessions or your production sessions and interviewing other artists. And yeah, it was cool to see how that progressed. And are you still doing that? Or
also, to be honest, I'm not working like in the beginning, just because first Twitch is really a hard platform to stay there. Also with a content like production music, because it's so boring. Or you are a producer and you're interested to look at that, or no one wants to stay on the desk and maybe chilling, eating chips and look someone doing stuff, some music, like really boring stuff, like maybe, as I said to you, because maybe you do a jam session, maybe stay in a 8 bars loops and doing maybe 30 minutes of nothing and 10 minutes of quality, high, amazing fucking sounds, you know? So it's not so interesting, but I still doing my live streaming and the people asking to me about that. But I'm doing different kind of things like reaction, feedback on tracks, just bullshit, just laughing and seeing a reaction on videos, on funny videos or stuff like that. But because I think Twitch, it is kind of a platform, you know, it's like television. People wanted to see something interesting, but maybe I have to start to do some, maybe it's like proper session of production music, take off and put it on YouTube, because a couple of guys, 2 or 3 guys stopped me at Modem in Croatia and said to me, "Oh, you're TWiGGER, bro. Oh, your videos are amazing. They happen to me a lot on production." I say, "Guys, I put 2 videos, just 2 videos. Let's see, that's good." So yeah, maybe I have to restart to do this kind of stuff and videos. Yeah. So
no, I think it's great. Like Priest does that on his YouTube channel, and he gets a lot of people commenting and saying to him, "Yo, we're finding out good information about production techniques and learning how to do things." And
yeah, but need time, all the things. Or maybe, sorry, stop you. But need times because you have to do it, editing, processing, put it out, planning, and I have a lot of time now, and I prefer spend time in producing.
He keeps it simple. He records it and he puts it up.
Yeah,
He
sure.
doesn't
It's
edit
good.
nothing, and like keep it raw. You know how people like raw. Have you noticed? Like even if you post something that you've edited online, your views are down. But if you post something that's raw and live, your views are up. So maybe people just like the dirty rawness of like it was done and slapped on, and like I can just watch it, you know.
Or just a tutorial like that, you know. I'm doing stuff like that, and recording the screen. Yeah, maybe it could be interesting. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, man. But what's your next movement after your album, or where you want to go with your career? What gigs you want to play? Like what countries do you want to travel to? Like in the next 5 years, you know?
So I want to. I was in South Africa. It was so good. Now I really wanted to go to Japan and have a tour there. Maybe also a couple of weeks, and Brazil and South America, because I wasn't there. And one of the biggest thing that I like of these music careers also, I like to producing because I like doing music, but also I think it's a good point to travel and meeting people, you know, be connected with it by music. So yeah, I hope to go to South America and Japan too.
Okay.
And maybe back to South Africa too. Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. But this is what I wanted to do, and that's it. At the moment, I think about that.
Yeah, man, South America is beautiful. Well, Brazil, I've just been to. It's
Brazil,
really amazing. I've been to Mexico as well, but to go surfing.
Sure.
No parties.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, it's really been amazing to have you in the studio and to hear more about your project and what you're doing and sharing it with all our viewers and stuff, and all our followers. And we're really looking forward to your next album. That's going to be insane. Looking forward to the Gangster.
I will work hard to do that really quick. Not quick, but in this year will be out for sure.
Awesome. And bring on more first guy people. A lot of people coming to Modern Croatia and talking about your videos and your tutorials, or not necessarily tutorials, showing your production techniques and that.
Yeah, sure.
Bring it out. Like maybe you should just get a vote from our guys and like maybe also put it onto our YouTube channel and get people to find out more about how you make your crazy tunes, man.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, brother.
Good to have you back in South Africa. And thanks for joining Mindscapes, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Ciao.
Ciao.